Hey YouTube, it's Justin the Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today?
Clout, look at his mouth. That nigga got so many goals. Telling they hoes, there's something up with that nigga. Bitch, I've been watching you, him. You must wanna fuck this nigga. My name alone been known to break up.
So today is a much anticipated fucking video here. We are gonna find out how legit Milwaukee is with us when they say 1,400 foot-pounds. We're gonna find out what each of the levels are. To kind of show you guys all that. So you remember the settings. We have tidy whities, pretty pink panties, and big dick banana hammock. Okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to take you over here. I'm going to show you my testing rig. Okay, it's not the fucking greatest testing rig ever, but I think it'll work for this. I'm going to kind of explain my theory in this video, and as long as I think I'm getting accurate results, I'm going to run with this way. So what I have is a 3/4 inch torque wrench and a torque multiplier, and we are going to torque some bolts to the torque, you know, like 1,400 foot-pounds. You know, if it's 1,425, you know, we're going to go and see where this gun stops or see where it starts from. So I have my 9 amp hour battery on here. She is fully jazzed, okay, and we're gonna see how fucking badass this thing really is. I have been messing around with this for a couple days just to get my understanding a way to do it, and I'm only going to show you like kind of the torque process one time. I'll go through that, and then each different level, you know, it'll be the same, and I'll show you, you know, kind of the lube that I'm using, because I need lube, because I tried this thing without lube, and I'll show you what it did to a grade 8 fucking nut. Okay, I can't believe it did this. This thing, I'm telling you, it's got potential. This is dangerous. We're going to talk about what I think this is useful for and things like that. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay with me. Any comments, leave them in the comment section, but I think my testing rig will work out all right. So what I have here, okay, is a 1.25 inch by 12 thread. So it's a fine thread bolt. So it's an 1.25 inch grade 8 hex or threaded rod is what this is, okay? And what I have on the back side of this plate, you can see that right there. I welded this nut on there, okay? So it would be just like, you know, kind of bolting into something here. You know, we're still going to get a clamping load here, okay? And what I'm using for lube is peanut butter. Okay, because I did not use lube, and I just ran this in with this Milwaukee gun, and I don't know if you can see this right here, but it cracked this fucking nut. Okay, it torqued it down so much it cracked the fucking nut. See this crack right here? See this? So it started right there, goes up and fucking around all the way over there. It tried to crack this fucking nut. I've never seen anything try to break a fucking nut like this. This motherfucker is dangerous. I'm telling you. Guys, this, you know, like, you're going to be out, these numbers are going to be way crazy. You're not going to understand this. But I think that I got this set up right. So what I did is I just welded some coupons together here. I'm calling them coupons. They're just some test rigs. I think we're going to use this one for low, well, we'll just start with this one, and then I don't think this is going to skew our results, but I just made another one to kind of make sure. But this is the testing rig, okay? It's an 1 7/8 socket, okay? And this is my torque multiplier, so we'll have this up on there, okay? And we'll be able to torque this down whatever way it fucking goes. So that's kind of that setup. But the first thing we're going to do is kind of run these in, okay? And I'll do it on level 1 and 2. It's kind of hard to put the torque multiplier on there to see where this moves. But I will try it. I can't make you any promises. Again, this is one of the first videos I'm, you know, really trying this system out. I've tried it a little bit behind the scenes, but anyway, hopefully that gets you to understand what we're trying to do here. So let me get you repositioned here, and we'll figure out how to do this. Alright guys, what we're going to do first is we're going to run it in here to level 1, and we're going to see what it torques this nut to here using a torque wrench, and kind of see when it moves. Either I'll mark the socket, and then I'll see when it moves on the thing there. You'll see it with a blue line. So let's run this in. I feel like that's good and tight, okay? Now what I'm going to do is pull that out. You can see in level 1 that the gun is very, very controllable. We're going to get out our trusty dandy, handy dandy snap-on torque wrench, 90 foot-pounds, and see if it torques it to 90 foot-pounds. I don't think it would go over that. And then we'll go up from 10 to there. From there. So we'll go 90, 10, 90, 100, and then so on and so on there. Okay, 90, and we did not move. Actually, 93 foot-pounds. 93.6 I put it on there, and it didn't really move. So let me line this back up. Okay, 105, and it still hasn't moved. So we'll go to 110. Okay, 113 it's over, so let's go to like 125. You got to think this is a bigger socket, so it's going to torque it a little bit more to their specifications than a smaller bolt will. Okay, it started to move. I got it to move at 165. So we know that I'm going to say it torqued it anyway from 140 to 165. I can't get an accurate measurement on it, but you get the idea. I think you want to see nut-busting torque anyway. So now what we'll do is we'll go to level 2. We won't loosen it. You know what I'm saying? We'll just see how far this turns here. Okay, that's level 2. Now I can tell you we're going to have to get out the big torque wrench for this thing. I'm going to start at 400 just to kind of get this down here, and let's see if this motherfucker can move 400. Well, we moved a little bit at 396, so it's definitely before that. So let's say level 2 is, let's just call her 400, okay? Now what we're going to do is run it in with level 3 here, okay? And see what we can get. There is level 3. We ran that down. We're just going to go to 550. Okay, we hit 550.2. Didn't do a fucking goddamn thing. Let's go to 600. Okay, that's 632. And she ain't moving. So that's definitely well over 700 foot-pounds probably. This thing is fucking skookum tight. This thing is fucking crazy here. Okay, so you can see that if you, put this on level 3 and torque something, it's going to be, if you get it to stop hammering, it's going to be fucking legit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is get out the torque multiplier, and we're going to run this up to 1,400 foot-pounds, a little bit over. I'm going to go about 1410, or I'm going to go actually 1425. So it's going to take me a little bit here to do the math, and I will come back and explain that to you here. What I'm doing here is that I know that the nut-busting torque is 1,400 foot-pounds, okay? And my torque meter says you have to take in a factor of 6%. Okay, so then I go 1,400 times 0.06. That gives me 84 foot-pounds. Okay, so what I do is I take 1484. Okay, and I divide that by 3. Okay, because we have a 3-to-1 ratio with this torque multiplier. Okay, that means we have to go to 494.66 pounds to have 1,400 foot-pounds of torque on this fastener. Okay, so what I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to go to 496, just to give or take if there's more or less loss. We don't know. I don't really know theirs, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this line because I'm interested in seeing if this thing is turning. Okay, that's why I got these blue marks on there. I'm interested to see if this thing is, you know, I'm torquing it. I want to know that this nut is turning. Okay, I got it locked into my vise really good because we're going to rank on this motherfucker. Okay, and for Kevin Gibson out there, yes, I can pull 400 things. You just saw me pull 600 earlier. So, you know, I got enough ass to get this job done. Plus, I have a big fucking lever. So that's how I was doing the math. I got the gun to 496. Way over torqued. 515. Whew. That's not good. Okay, we almost got a quarter turn out of this from where we started. So, it says we have this torque to 1,542 pounds. So, let's see if this thing will fucking remove it here in Big Dick Banana Hammock level number 3. 9 amp hour battery, so we know we got plenty of power. Okay, so no on the 1542. I got the bolt back loosened back up using the torque multiplier. All right, now I'm going to take it a little bit easier this time. Okay, I feel a little bit more comfortable with that. We got to 498.2. 498, so we're within a couple foot-pounds. Let's see if we can get this to loosen this up. No, but obviously it can't do this. You know what I'm saying? This thing has got a lot of tension on it, I can tell you that. This is a big fucking thing. This would be like a bridge bolt, you know. But we'll try it there. Repeat the process here. I got the torque set at 475, okay, which should be, with torque loss and everything, let me get that added up here for you, 1,425 foot-pounds. So we'll see if it can take off 1,425 foot-pounds. Okay, we're at 476.5. 425 pounds, give or take. No! Okay, I'm going to torque this to 466. That's what it says to really have 1,400 foot-pounds on this. We will take out the plus and minus 6%, because I have a feeling that might be messing us up here a little bit. So we'll just do a regular straight 3-to-1 ratio here, and that would come out to 466 foot-pounds. We'll torque it to that and see what we got. Okay, we're at 469 again. Got a little steroid jerky on. Basically, about 1,400 foot-pounds. It did it, but I think we fucked this gun up. Let's try it out here again. All right, gun may not be fucked. I just wanted to pull it out and look at our threads here. Now this style bolt will go to 1,700 foot-pounds. Okay, so we're not stretching the bolt and damaging the bolt. So the real world result, I would say, give or take at 469.5 pounds, would be 1,408 foot-pounds this thing took off. So if Milwaukee is claiming 1,400 pounds, big dick banana hammock mode, you can get close to that, okay? Now I'd like to, we'll kind of move back over to the bullshit area over there, and I'll talk to you guys for a minute about my feelings about this gun and kind of where, that I trust kind of my results and stuff like that. I'm going to be trying out a lot of different stuff like this, to see if it does real world numbers, and we could see that, it kind of does. I'm going to say that it does. I don't have the, like a Skidmore Wilhelm to have those results, but the real world results I feel are pretty close. Shits and giggles, I know that this snap-on gun says it does up to 600 foot-pounds. Okay, so I'm going to kind of try to verify the results here real quick. I got the torque wrench set up to 600 foot-pounds, and we are going to see if this snap-on gun will take off 600 foot-pounds. If it takes off 600 foot-pounds, then I really believe that the torque multiplier is doing its job and our math is correct. Okay, as you can see here, we're at 605.5 foot-pounds. And it does. I feel a lot more comfortable about my results on this thing. Woo! We got this motherfucker hot. Real World tested this, and I do believe that Milwaukee is not lying to us, okay? I believe that you can see by the numbers. I tried it several different ways, plus or minus the 6%. I think in the future, I'm just going to eliminate the 6%. I think we can get it pretty close. We can see that our test rig held up. We need some slight modifications, but we should be good. So just remember, level 1 is, let's just call it from 100 to 125. Level 2 is over 600, give or take. And then Big Dick Banana Hammock level is 1,400 foot-pounds. Okay, now, this gun here, in my eyes, is extremely dangerous. For the automotive world. As an automotive guy, I would not recommend this gun for you. This is going to tear up a lot more shit than what it really is. This was made, I think, for heavy-duty diesel-type work, working on heavy-duty equipment, I do believe. Either that or some type of industrial tool, like to put bridges and stuff together. If you were a homeowner or a DIY or even an auto tech, I think that you guys should go with the mid-torque model, to be honest with you. I don't think you need Big Dick Banana Hammock. I think Pretty Pink Panties will fucking do just fine 90% of the time in the automotive world. I don't think, again, we got fixated on numbers, not about what those numbers mean and what those numbers do for you. We just say, we're Americans. We're into supersized fucking meals, buffets, all the bullshit. This is no different than how these tool companies are treating us, okay? They know that, if they say 1,400 foot-pounds, we're going to buy this fucker because, we got the biggest fucking dick in the fucking yard, right? That's what this is about. You know what I'm saying? So take my recommendations that I don't think that this, unless you work on heavy duty equipment and you just have to go out and fix one thing, this is your tool, okay? If you're working in the automotive world doing wheels and tires, mid-torque one, you'll be just fine. Don't worry about having Big Dick Banana Hammock power level number 3, okay? That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys like this video. You can see that I'm trying to learn stuff. The first couple might be a little rough till I get my system down, but I'm trying to do this, I think, in a fair way. The next test, we will test some air guns so we can start building a database here for the junky real world tool reviews. None of this Skidmore Wilhelm bullshit. You know, we could watch that channel and use that to verify our numbers on this channel, or use, you know, go to AVE's channel and check out the hydraulic torque wrench if he ever does one of these, and see if he comes up with very similar numbers in the real world torque testing and stuff like that. And then we have 3 points of 3 data points to collect from, and that's going to be a lot better out here in the real world than just taking, you know, the manufacturer's word for it. Milwaukee, I do commend you that you did not lie to me. Thank you for that. You can see that Snap-on said their gun was 600, and it did do that. I just wanted to throw that in there for comparison, just to verify my numbers. So I feel pretty confident with it. You know, like we used to say, just fucking send it. You know, it'll be fine. You know, don't worry about it. I think that my numbers are correct. Well, I know my numbers are correct. I'm gonna make it a definitive. I'm fucking calling it. You know, this gun is badass. You know, we could, you know, test some other stuff, but I just wanted to show you also with the 9 amp hour battery, we are still fully charged after, you know, beating the shit out of it, you know, 6 or 7 times or whatever we did. It did start making a little bit of weird noise in there, but it hasn't made that ever since. What that might have been was, I think the twin hammers were slipping in here a little bit. I don't really like that. That's not very good. But other than that, you know, the gun has a 5-year warranty, so I've only owed it a month, and if it fucks up, I'll send it back or whatever like that. But anyway, like always, guys, go check out my Patreon account. Go check on the Snap-on Junkie on Instagram and Facebook. And like always, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. And like always, I gotta fucking go.